Hey everybody, welcome to the theTIVANshow. I am up here at CNS Engraving in Powell, Ohio. You guys can see them right here. There is their information, and they are going to be working on weapon 49, and we brought weapon 50 as a perspective of what all we're going to do. That way we don't intrude on HM Defense's engraving and designs and stuff. So we're going to go right in and meet the gentleman and talk about what we're going to do. So here we go. And you are, sir?
Kareem Kashmiri.
Kareem Kashmiri. And you are, sir?
Jonathan Michael.
Jonathan Michael. And we're up here at CNS Engraving. These guys do some outstanding stuff. So also make sure you check out the link in the description below. It'll take you right over to their Facebook page, and you can check them out. So, sir, would you like to tell us real quick exactly what do you do, what do you specialize in?
Yeah, so we are a full-service laser engraving shop. So we do anything from large-scale laser cutting, engraving, to anything small. So
now, what do you mean like large scale? Like a semi-truck, or are we down to like skid side?
We need a sheet of here we can engrave and cut up to 3.5 feet wide, 4 foot high. So signage, things like that. Acrylic, wood. We can engrave glass, we can engrave metal. All these machines over here.
So basically any type of material, aluminum, steel, plastics, nylon, brick, stone, titanium.
You can, yes. So we do gears, we put 8 millimeter coils on those, we do machine pads, whatever you need, we engrave, we can.
Now, you was telling me you're the only company in the state of Ohio that does this, or do you specifically do the weapons aspect, which is what I'm here for today?
Yeah, so the weapons aspect is we are probably limited to one of the only companies in Ohio that does the NFA, SBR markings on firearms.
Good deal. And you are the technician, or are you the computer programmer guy? Or?
Not so much programming, yeah, but more of a technician. I run a lot of the lasers, specifically the one to our left here is our final laser. That's the laser that we do all of our weapons markings with, suppressors, slides, lowers, uppers, hand guards, you name it, we can do it on here. This guy is what we do all of our, metal marking, so like you said, titanium, and any of that type of stuff that's going to be done on this laser. So this is the one I run most often, and I also am responsible for setting up any logos or any kind of details or features that we would have engraved in your item. I would set it up and then send it over to our laser where we can engrave it.
What would your turnaround on average time be if I brought a 9 in or a 45 or something, and I just wanted my name put on?
If you were just a walk-in customer and you came in and said, hey, we have this with your name, we could have it done within an hour.
Same day sometimes?
Same day, same time.
Out of state?
If it's out of state, we could probably have it back in the mail the same day as long as we received it that morning. But within 48-hour turnaround, we could have it back out the door and back on its way to you. So.
Now, with the laws and shipping weapons, would you like to explain that real quick, sir? And because you are so you're the authorized guy, they can legally ship a weapon to you as a FFL.
Yes, so we, as a business, have an FFL, and anybody in any state can ship us a weapon. We'll transfer it onto our books, we'll do our markings, but then we would actually have to ship it back to an FFL. They would be able to pick
back
it up
to their gun store or their authorized gunsmith that's also licensed.
That's right. That's correct. Yep. So we can send it right back to them that way.
Good deal. Well, sir, I know you're a busy man running a business here. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and then he's going to take us around a couple of machines here and show us their equipment and what all they can do. So stand by. All right, guys, we're right here with Jonathan, and he's going to show us this awesome laser machine right here. So, sir, it's a Boss laser?
That's correct. So these are lasers made by Boss. These are CO2 lasers, and actually behind me you have a log. It's a smaller bed. This is a 35 watt, and then we have another one of the same Boss CO2 lasers behind this.
CO2 as in like the oxygen.
Carbon dioxide. Yep. And it's actually, the laser is actually in the back, and it actually uses a mirror system to reflect it around, and then down on the lens, and then to, the lens focuses it.
Okay, let's get a quick show.
Sure. So
of the inside right here.
So we call these our big bed lasers, and in the scheme of lasers, these are actually pretty small. These are, like Kareem said, these are 4 foot wide by 3.5 foot tall. But we actually have, I mean, there's companies with lasers that are as wide as all 3 of these as well. So small in the sense of industrial stuff, but big for what we do. The capability of these lasers is we do a lot of cups, tumblers. You can get your names in them. That's right. So these are coated cups, so we're actually just taking the coating off.
Oh,
if you came in with a steel cup, we would actually mark with the special coating that we would apply over it, and then it would actually leave a permanent mark with the cups.
Now you can regulate also the depth of into the material that you cut as well.
That's correct. So yeah, we can regulate depth and everything. Our cups were actually, like I said, we're just removing material. But when it comes to woods or glasses, we're actually, etching into the material.
Oh, my wife's gonna love that.
So if we're an Ohio,
go ahead if you want to take it.
We're an Ohio-based company, so we love Ohio State.
Yes.
We do Ohio State cutting boards.
Shout
we
out
also
to
have this.
Ohio.
We also have, we are an OSU licensed company.
Okay.
We also have a larger scale. We do 11 by 17 prints of these. Another common thing that we cut out on our lasers is their beer cap maps.
Yes.
Beer caps, we have ones with the OSU logo in the middle as well.
I'm located about right here.
All right, there we go. And then you can actually give them a better idea because we also do road maps too.
Oh, wow.
Again, OSU licensed road maps. So
that is awesome.
This is a
you want to do a close-up one real quick?
We'll do a close-up. So this is the state of Ohio.
And these are all the highways.
Major highways. So it's pretty detailed, pretty intricate work you can actually accomplish with these lasers, and we can get some pretty neat stuff out of them. And we're not limited just to Ohio.
All states. Don't say Michigan.
Yeah.
We're gonna upstate a bunch. We're gonna upset a bunch of Ohio State fans.
For the beer cap maps, we actually have all 50 states. The road maps, we're still working on getting some more. They're kind of in as order on those, but the beer caps, yeah, we do have all 50. And what else is cool is, like what I was saying earlier, I'm responsible for doing all the images. So we have these cutting boards, but I can do a custom image on these. If you wanted to put a
like
picture,
grandma, grandpa,
yeah, or you and your wife, or something like that. I can render it to put it on here, or if you just have.
Let's see if we can really show some of the detail that's.
Yeah, you can actually see all the cars on the parking lot, all the lines on the stadium, the bleachers. It's pretty impressive detail. Our 11 by 17s show a lot more than the cutting boards will. But like I said, on the cutting boards,
it's beautiful.
If you just want text that's like happy anniversary, whatever, we can do custom on all of our stuff. We do coasters and cups, all of our stuff.
So anything that I can fit in here that's literally 8 inches by 3.5 foot by or 4 foot by 3.5.
These lasers are drop about 2 feet down, so we can get some pretty tall stuff in here. We actually did some barn benches for a customer, so we were able to drop the bed down because they were pretty tall. We can do a large variety of stuff in here. But what's cool is everything that we sell and everything that we have, our coasters, our cutting boards, everything is 100% customizable. So, nothing set in stone. We do koozies, flasks. It's literally endless of what we can do.
So it's just anything you can think of for any type of branding,
That's right.
any type of like family occasion, to weapons, to the gears on a motor. You'll see different things. So anything that would take that needs an etching or a mark, it's not just engraving, it's placement of critical information to anything.
That's right, we can do it all.
How small? Can you get down into like a little SD card or a memory card for like a phone, and I can have like Titan wrote on it or whatever?
Yeah, we can have stuff written out. Actually, the diameter of the actual laser beam is about 0.01 millimeters, so it's incredibly small. So we can actually get really intricate detail. The fiber laser that we're going to be using in a little bit is our most intricate. And I'll show you some samples of stuff. We can get down to millimeter by millimeter, and you can still actually read it and see the detail. So it's incredible the level of depth and detail you can go to. Like I said, on these cutting boards. You're not losing any detail in an image like this.
Oh, that's high detail right there.
So,
I bet you the fire department likes you since you're cutting wood. I see you've got a good ventilation system. So do you have to put a filter up on top so you're not like blowing smoke like a wood burner?
Yeah, no, it is a filterless system. There are certain specs that our lasers required to draw air out to make sure that everything inside is staying nice and clean.
Also, it doesn't get into the mirrors and reflect the laser.
Yeah, so yeah, it has to stay clean. So it actually has a pretty good amount of suction on it, so there's no filter or anything. We're just exhausting it right now, but none of it's harmful. 90% of what we do on these machines is wood.
So you're EPA compliant and environmentally safe.
That's right.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go down to the next machinery you had right there beside you.
Yeah, so these, like I said, this is our epilogue. This is a 35 watt laser. It's got a 24 by 12 inch workspace. And this is actually specifically the laser that we cut the cutting board that I showed you earlier. It just has a little bit finer detail than these guys. If you're wanting to run a large platform, the two boss lasers are going to be a little bit better, but this guy has just a little bit extra detail in it for
just more critical, more sensitive, precision style.
That's right. And as far as what they can do, this guy's the same wood engraving, some plastics, or like we have plaques that we can make that have a special coating on them that are a laser ready plaque. So we'll engrave like a lot of plaques in here for trophies or that different type of stuff, awards.
Okay.
But it's the same concept, CO2 laser, same, so it reflects off mirrors, the beam reflects off mirrors, and it comes in. And same thing, we have controllable depth with our table.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can see, just some very, similar to.
The technology of lasers has come along so much.
And believe it or not, this is actually the oldest laser we have. It's several years old and it still runs.
Like 1990?
No, not quite old. Little 2000s, but still very high quality. It's a really hard laser to beat. It's kind of a go-to for a lot of stuff that we do.
So they actually made good equipment when they first came out. It's standing the test of time.
Epilogue, Epilogue's actually a U.S.-based company. Everything's manufactured, assembled, all of that made in the U.S. The Boss Lasers are an overseas company. Still good quality product, but Epilogue has just been one that's been tried and true. If anybody's into lasers and knows anything about lasers at all, if you say the Epilogue name to somebody,
if you're into business, they know exactly what that is and what it's capable of doing.
Yeah, so
I like how it says danger, fire hazard.
Yeah, so again, that's our ventilation. That's what that's for, is to make sure that that flame is dissipated. It's constantly drawing air at an extremely fast rate to keep any flame out of the machine. So.
Okay. Would you like to move to the next one, the one that we're going to be involved in today?
Yeah, this is the one that we're going to be working on today. So this laser is made by TIVAN. It's their Mini Laser XL. Like I said, it's a fiber laser. So instead of using a bunch of mirrors and bouncing everything around, actually just cross-head as your laser inside of it.
So the head moves instead of bouncing.
The head doesn't move. It's completely stationary. So it has a 4-inch by 4-inch work area. And once you have your laser focused, it just does all of its work completely stationary. So just a little bit different design with the way the mirrors and lenses are fixed inside this crosshead up here. And something I forgot to mention on our CO2 lasers, like so the cup, for example, that you saw, we actually have a rotary tool for that actually spins the cup.
Like a 3-axis, 5-axis?
3-axis, yeah. So basically, it keeps everything completely proportional, and it'll rotate the object. We input the dimensions of the object, and it knows how much to rotate it based on.
So like a ballpoint pen, it would go and then it would rotate.
We can rotate it. Yep. And
okay.
We can do ballpoint pens on these actually. So we actually have a rotary tool for this. Suppressors is something that we do very commonly on this with our rotary tool. If someone wants like a nice suppressor wrap around their can, we do a lot of that.
With any type of image, as long as they've got a good clear image,
that's right,
and they can transfer the file without loss of data, you're able to take whatever image that is and stick it literally on anything. That's
right.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. And like I said, so like the rotary is cool. We do ammunition, expensed rounds. We did a couple for a customer came in. Their grandfather was in the military, passed away, and they had rounds from his 21 gun salute. So we were able to actually engrave on them, in memory of with the date and everything on there.
And then pass them out to the family members.
That's right. He was able to pass them out. Yeah. So we can do anything from spent ammo or suppressors, rings. We've done a couple wedding rings on the inside. They wanted something engraved on the band. So that's what's really cool about this laser is materials are the only thing this laser can't do is wood and glass. So if there's any other material that you can think of in the world, it can do it. Polymers are no problem. We've done a lot of PMAGs, a lot of hand guards or grips for pistols.
See, that's how I found you guys, was through the Facebook. I'm a member of a couple of the gun groups on Facebook, and this guy had a pistol done up here, and I was like, oh wow, I gotta check these guys out, because you guys know we're building Weapon 49, and it just so happened, I'm in Ohio, they're in Ohio, hey, would you like to work together? By all means, so here we are.
Sure.
This is awesome. Real quick, what type of education is involved to run these type of machines? Because I've actually had some people ask me that question.
So,
Self-taught?
I'm self-taught. I know there are a lot of training classes. TIVAN specifically has a really good website, and they have actually, I believe it's 15 startup videos, everything from how to turn the power on, how to start the program, and everything through adjusting your parameters, understanding how the laser works, to a lot more advanced stuff. And actually, when we first purchased this, I spent pretty much an entire day watching all their videos. They were about 30 minutes each.
Just like online classes.
It was online classes. The other nice thing is TIVAN actually is in Ohio, so if we can always drive down there. When they first brought this to us, they actually had a quick run-through demo. They had a bunch of sample materials. They showed us how to run.
So they just didn't bring the machine and drop it off.
That's
they
right.
actually had a guy here to help you out.
And they have a really great customer support online. If we have a material that is something that we don't mark commonly, they can tell us how to set the laser parameters up to kind of get us in a ballpark to where to start.
Okay.
I've spent a lot of time
This
online.
is awesome and fascinating.
I spent a lot of time online researching, learning about how lasers work. I also have a small background in materials, so that's kind of helped out a lot. But it's been a lot of trial and error too, because every material that comes in has different compositions. So understanding how that
tensile strength, how it's made, is it forged, is it cast, is it chrome like wood, to the plastics, and that there's all kind of different types of plastics that's out there, soft plastics, hard plastics.
Right, plastics, all.
You gotta have a vast knowledge of the material. So you got a little notebook with everything in there.
Yeah, we have cheat sheets with notebooks and everything, so that helps out a lot.
You never get wrong with the cheat sheet.
Yeah, and the nice thing is these lasers have the ability to save parameters. So if I find a good one that works on a polymer or on a lower or on a whatever we have, I can save those parameters and I can label it with exactly what it is, so I know in the future to go back and have that parameter already set up, so I'm not reinventing the wheel every time.
Good deal.
So it's pretty nice.
And it takes just a basic laptop to run it?
Yeah, there's no, as far as computing software, anything this laser came with software. You just need any,
You can't get one just off Walmart. You got to have one with a good processor.
Yeah, the better processor, the better. The reason that is when you start getting into really complex images and you're looking at something with a lot of really high detail. When you start running that software, to be able to keep up with the detail when you're rendering it inside the program, the faster the processor is going to benefit you, but you don't need anything outstanding. A normal laptop will work for 90% of what we do.
Okay. Good deal. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, I'm going to show you real quick. I did bring up Weapon 50. This is Cherry Wine's weapon. As you guys can see right there, this does have some laser engraving on it. This is Weapon 50 of 250. And then HM Defense also puts their logos and stuff on there. But we brought this one as a template for Weapon 49 because I've got the solid handguard, which you guys saw me made the live streams and all the polishing and everything. So HM Defense hooked me up with the solid handguard, and then we're going to run the TIVANshow across here, and then HM Defense, and then it'll say CNS Engraving, and then right here at the bottom it'll say 308. I did pass a couple of different images on to Jonathan to see what will work for me, what will look kind of right and everything. So we'll go over that. But we did go ahead and bring the other pieces as well, just to see if there was something that could be done, or maybe he had an idea, or he had an idea of what we can do. Now, as you've seen on Cherry's, it'll say, this one will say weapon 49 of 250, and it'll say the Avenger M308, just like on hers. And then I just brought it to see if he had any ideas. Also with the lower that we brought, as you guys can see, right there is weapon 49 by serial number. I had a lot of fun polishing these guys. It was a dirty job, but somebody had to do it. But we're gonna go ahead and get started here, guys, and see what we can get with. And so, here we go. All right, so what we got, what can we do?
So we can start with the text. We'll go ahead and do that first.
All right.
I have a few ideas for you for
All right.
engraving of the, the rest of it. But we'll fire up the program here.
Let me see if I can. Sometimes when you record computers, you'll get a little, yeah. So as long as we get the basics. So, I did send you the skull image.
Yep.
And then the tribal. I know you'd have to goof with it. It didn't have the background. It was all background. I didn't segregate out just the image, so I didn't know if he was able to do that or not.
I'll show you what we have. We can take a look at that. We can put that on there, no problem. And I have a few other ideas for you, so we can take a look at that. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our text. And you said we're doing the Titan show first.
Yeah, the Titan show.
Do you want to do the whole website or just the Titan show?
Just the Titan show. What program are you using?
This is actually the laser software.
Okay.
So that's spelled that wrong. There we go. So what's cool about this is we can drop our text in.
That's actually perfect right there.
And yeah, sizing and everything. So you have to imagine this is a 4-inch by 4-inch cable that we have. Like I said, that's what this laser is limited to.
Yeah.
So that's what the capabilities that we have specifically right now.
Now we could do solid letter or just the outline. I actually like just the outline.
Yes,
so if that would be
and
easy.
we can do outline. That's not a problem. I know, like when I said, like the impact font.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and change it to that, and that's what's cool about this program is it'll automatically change right in here. So if someone wants an old English font or an italicized or
Now can you put the slant on there for me?
yeah, the italicized. Yeah. So this we'll italicize.
That's the only one that I was worried about with the slant on the HM Defense and your guys' logo. HM Defense would just be impact, but just straight.
Yep. Yeah. So yes, we can throw it in there just like this. And I know we're going to go ahead and leave this. We're going to go ahead and leave this just as an outline, but just so you can kind of see as a demo of what we can do. So when we fill this in, if we wanted to actually engrave this with color all the way through it.
Now you didn't ask me about the color on it. That's how far into the material that the laser penetrates.
Nope. So the color actually is based on material. Aluminums in general, we can get a lot more of a white spectrum out of. We can get a really nice, brilliant white. Similar to your Caldwell or something like that. That's what's cool about this laser. It actually it has a whole spectrum of frequency that it operates with. Based on that frequency and based on the power of the laser, you can actually get, depending on the material, pretty close to a full grayscale spectrum.
Okay.
So, let me see if I...
So is this pretty much, I'm going to make it real plain and simple so I can understand it. Once you get what you want in the program, you basically chuck it up in the machine and you've got a few parameters for your dimensions that you have to measure and then pretty much hit enter and burn it?
That's correct. So you can see here.
Oh wow!
This is on aluminum. Again, talking about the grayscale spectrum that we can get.
Wow.
These are a couple test images. These are not final ones, but these are ones that we had done. So you can see where we can take a bitmap image and actually.
So you can get like a 3D perspective almost.
Almost. That's kind of what we're after. And this is on steel, so not as nice of a look as you get with the aluminum. But you can see where you can have. The silvers come in and then all the way through like the darker blacks.
And then more of a burn.
It's more of a burn, yeah. So that's kind of like the spectrum what I mean by an actual color. And that has no depth. Now
that actually looks like the material, the sticker. What it is when you turn it, you can barely see it.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
depending on the way the angle of light hits it. Now you're talking about depth. So this is an American flag we did, and you can run your finger over that. There's actually probably about a half a millimeter of depth. there, and then if you run your finger over their flags, they're a little bit less deep, and I did that intentionally for
I actually
contrast.
like that. Are you able to do
Yeah,
my name at that depth?
Yeah, I can do it as deep as you want, and I'm going to go ahead and show you.
That actually looks pretty
This is
good.
extremely hard to get a good image of, but if you guys can see, that has a, has a lot of
deep
depth.
do you think that is? A couple thousands, 10,000s?
Oh, it's actually probably more than that. Yeah, we're actually able to go extremely deep into the.
Okay, so the one picture that I sent you that had the honeycomb, you could actually do that.
We could do this.
That would be very time consuming.
It would take a lot of laser time. The flag alone was probably about 45 minutes of laser time because it has to continuously run passes. So, you know, if you're looking at like a honeycomb across the entire gun, you're talking several hours of work.
I actually like that. I think if you could do that.
Yeah, we can do that too.
With my name and everybody's name, I think that would be awesome. I gotta show you this, guys, again. I mean, it actually looks like it's 3D'd into the material. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, so you're wanting to do like the bitmap image like this, like as you're on your name, like the
that would be awesome.
Yeah, so
that way when you look at it, you actually have to, oh, hey, dude.
So we can do the outline and we can make it pretty subtle, but the way this image actually worked is, if you can imagine this was a black and white image, and where you're not seeing a lot of detail is actually where it was black. So for us to do that, we would actually have to take your image in, kind of give it like a spectrum inside the image, and then we'd have to convert it to a bitmap. So it would take some time. We could do it.
I just want to plan simple.
Yeah. So for today, we'll just do the outline. And
actually, pretty much the outline. I mean, that would be.
It's going to be very close, and
that'd be perfect.
We'll run a test on here, you know, just so we can get an idea of what it is. We run tests
for you guys that are masons.
There you go. Yeah, we did some mason logos. For our customers that came in, and that's what they wanted done. But we run tests on everything you do before we actually mark it on the gun. We always send proofs, you know, to our customers to make sure, and also to make sure that, you know, the laser's cooperating with us. Make sure that there's never any faults. Not that we ever have concerns, but it's always good to double check. What I was trying to show you on this is, so what's cool is with this program, you know, if we wanted to get our color, we can actually come in here and change our parameters. So I'm going to turn this to a aluminum white mark because that's what we're going to be doing with.
And that'll be something similar.
Very similar to that. Yeah. Okay. And you know what's cool? So if I have a bunch of different parameters over here with my fills, I can change that parameter and it'll show me what we're going to engrave with. Okay. But today.
Now we're going to keep it between that fold and that fold.
Yep. So
so it's literally going to be like that long, or not even that long, right?
Yeah. So what's cool about this laser, and I'm going to up over here, I'm going to focus this in, and I'm going to show you what's cool is this actually has the ability to do contour tracing, which actually shows us our image.
Okay. Here, real quick, guys.
I don't know if you're going to be able to catch it with the camera, but I'm sure you can see that's the actual text with the actual size that it's going to be.
Oh, let me see if I can zoom. I see it flashing on the thing.
Yep.
I don't know if cameras will pick it up or not.
Yeah, so that's what's really cool about this laser. You know, we're going to be able to lay it right on your handguard, and we're going to be able to position it precisely where you want it. Okay. And that way we can make sure that it's, you know, it's 100% exact. We're getting the correct amount of height out of it, and we're also getting.
So you can pre-see what's going to be there before it's etched.
Correct. So just to give you an example, as far as sizing goes, I'm going to go ahead and size this up just a little bit because I think we were a little bit shy on size.
I have no idea what I'm doing, so if I'm looking over your shoulder, don't think I'm judging you.
That's okay.
I'm just eyeballs learning.
So there you go. So there's your image. I think that's pretty close. We'll tweak it a little bit, but you can see just a simple scale up of the image, and I can reach, you know, I can have a preview of it exactly how it's going to show up on your handguard there. And we can.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, what's great is we can move this and say, okay, I want it a little bit lower, a little bit higher. You know, you can get a pretty good idea.
And then just anchor it down once you find it.
Yeah, and actually, like most of the stuff that we do with handguards and everything, we actually don't anchor them.
You just sit in there and
yeah,
well, it's not like it's vibrating.
That's right. There's no vibration. There's no movement in the laser. Everything's completely still.
You can make it about a 1/4 inch taller, man.
We can. See, and I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how easy that is. That's, you know, a lot of customers come in and they have concerns with placement and everything.
Oh,
we'll bring them right back, and this gives them an exact idea of where it's going to be.
Yeah, because it's permanent. There's
no going back.
And the only way you could actually do that is grind that all the way off, or etch it
off
down, and then start over.
That's right.
Okay.
So I just made that size up a hair more for you.
Can you go from the fold, like right to the edge,
Yeah, so let me see where we're at here. So yeah, we're going to go just a bit more. And so sometimes when the image gets really big, it's hard for your eye to keep up with the laser. So actually what we can do is
Do you have to wear special glasses too while you're doing this? Or is this right here?
Yeah, so our hood has a special lens on the front of this that it protects you from the class 1 and class 2 laser, which you know, is what this operates with. So there's no concern as far as, you know, when someone comes back, if the customer wants to come in, you know, there's no radiation being given off that they're going to be exposed to with the laser, because, you know, in the bosses you can actually see these guys have a tinted glass. It's a very special glass that they use that protects you. Same with this. So
good, safe working environment. And clean too.
So what else is cool? So, you know, our text was getting kind of hard to see because of the size.
Yeah, that's
we can actually go back to a box, and this is going to be, you know.
Now is that measured? Is that the center that you already measured that? Is that that square?
Yeah, I haven't measured. I was just kind of give you an idea.
Okay.
We'll actually measure center, and we'll line it up to make sure it's perfect. I just wanted to give you a demo of you know, what this laser can do as far as how we place an image. You know, it's not really guessing when we have this ability to kind of preview what we're going to do.
That's awesome.
So we'll get it all measured and actually lined up. But like I said, before we do that, I'm just going to set this right back here. And I'm going to do
a test.
We're going to do a test because I want to make sure, you know, that everything's working. And that again, you know, this is the mark that you are thinking it's going to be once we get it marked up. So I'm going to go ahead and refocus this, and plenty of space for our test.
Oh, I saw the outline of it, so that would be your surface area.
Yeah, so this is actually going to be from the left corner of the T, you know, to the very edge of the W, and then the height of your text. So it's exact. It's exactly how big your text is going to be. So we're going to go ahead.
Go for it.
Close this,
guys. This is going to be awesome.
And I don't know if you want to try to take a video.
Well, let me see if
the laser work.
Let's see if we can get in there.
Yeah, we should be able to. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button for you. And done.
That was it?
That was it. As fast as you can blink.
Wow.
So,
all right.
and you know, and there you get it. There you have it.
Dude, that is perfect.
There's your subtle mark that you were asking for. You know, with you know, it was done that quickly.
Wow, that didn't even take like a half a second.
Yep.
Okay, so my next question is, I like that. It's perfect. Can I get the lines just a little thicker?
Yeah, so you mean...
Actually, that right there would be perfect on the gun.
And something else we can do, so just to give you an example, let's just say you did want that a little bit more pronounced. You know, you said, hey, I want to do this just a little bit more, so we're going to close this. And that was only one pass.
Not so much as darker or lighter, but the line is just a little thicker. Mm-hmm. That way you can see it.
I see. So, yeah.
That way when you're out on the range and somebody sees this glare from this big shining gun,
right,
they'll come up and they'll look at it, and you actually have to rotate it to actually see the name. Right. That's the whole thing. It's like, oh my God, what do you got that kind of gun for? And then they get up and they look at it. It's new style weapon with new engraving versus old school and old school engraving. Oh wow, and then they got to check it out.
Sure. So the way this machine works as far as picking up those lines, there's not necessarily a way to do it. We could edit the program a little bit, but I actually just ran an extra pass or two on it just to give it that little bit more.
That's perfect.
That little bit more pronounced.
That is exactly perfect.
Yeah, so, you know, just to give you an idea.
Go ahead, show them. Here, let me flip it around so you can see.
So, you know, that was our second one, and all I did was change the parameters. So this top one was one pass. I just ran a few more passes on it and just helped it really pop off the metal.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm wanting right there.
So we're going to go ahead and measure this up and get you center. And
okay.
There we go.
Boss man's back.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, he's got Monster Energy drinks, but he didn't bring none for everybody else.
Are we lying?
Exactly what I was wanting.
Oh, you just want the outline?
Exactly like that.
Okay.
That way it has that faint look.
Yep.
And then if somebody sees that and go, oh wow, why would you have a big shiny weapon like that? And well, here they take a look at it, and then they see all that style in there, and you have to turn it. That's the whole point for me. All right, guys, they're going to give quick information on their social media links, and then we're going to get right back into the laser etching. So, sir, go ahead. Names, locations, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, so we have a Facebook page, a Twitter page, and an Instagram. The tag is actually the same for all three. It's just at CNS Engraving. You guys are welcome to go on, check us out, follow us, give us a like if you guys are checking out the video.
Yes, I follow them on Facebook as well, so I do have their link down there.
If you're into firearms,
has links to all your stuff down there.
absolutely.
If you're into firearms, like Kareem's getting ready to say, the best place to check us out for firearms is Instagram. That's where we do 90% of our posting for any firearms, stuff like that.
So it's at CNS Engraving. Instagram.
And we also have a website at www.cnsengraving.com. If they want to come check us out there, they can actually.
I got a part right there at the beginning of the video. It's got their phone number at the front door. So if you guys need the information, didn't get a chance to get the number, go back to the first part of the video and you'll see them at the front door. It's got their phone number. And like I said, you can send your weapons or any type or anything you need done.
Knives, swords,
Samurai sword, hand grenades.
Hand grenades.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. No powder in the grenade first. Make sure it's not going to blow up.
Yeah, because with this machine, we can leave the lid up. We can put your whole sword across there, and we can engrave all the way down the sword. So
Awesome.
yeah,
He was telling me about it. This stuff's fascinating.
yeah. Cell phone cases, whatever you want.
Yeah, I actually did my cell phone case.
Sure. Oh yeah, check that out.
Flag in there.
Yep.
Somebody has some time at lunch to do their own custom cell phone engraving.
Best advertising.
There you go. We can even punch through. This is drilling through gold. Right there's probably about 3/4 way through. We stopped after a while. It's actually fake. The guy wanted us to drill it, and we found out it's not really solid
It's
gold.
titanium.
So he thought he had a gold bar.
He thought he had a gold bar, and
He wanted you guys to test
he
it.
wanted us to drill through it. He said if it wasn't, he'd melt it down. If it was, he'd melt it back down and reform it. So once we got halfway through, he said, keep it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So that's also a way that you can test
Yeah.
materials to see if it's authentic. I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
So if you happen to have a bunch of Russian gold bullion and you can spare like 2 or 3 bars, we'll test one for 2.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome.
Okay, so if you
All
want,
right, let me get back here real quick.
I'm going to have you poke your head in there just to make sure that the sizing and everything is perfect, exactly where you want it, lined up, everything. I have it centered, so we're good there.
Go for it.
Go ahead. I'm going to have you hit the close button and then hit the start button.
Oh, I get to run the machine
There you
today.
go. So
All right, hit close.
Close. And
All
we'll
right.
have your hood down. And when that hood's
I don't
all
have
the way
a
down, yeah. And then go ahead and just hit the start button, and it'll hit
Right
you.
here, start?
Go ahead. And it's done.
Wow. Sam, are you seeing this? This is what you need, dude. These guys right here to do all your engraving.
So you go ahead and hit open on the hood there, and
Open?
right there. I guess they call it a door.
Okay.
And you
Can I take it off? Look,
You can take it off.
Safe? I
It's
want to make
ready
sure
to
I'm
go.
going to burn my
No,
hand.
it's not hot at all. It's actually, it does it all the temperature. So there's your first mark on your upper, or on your handguard. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's so shiny, it's hard to see. There we go.
That's subtle.
That is perfect. See, guys, the precision that you get up here at CNS Engraving, that is perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better.
This is supposed to be a pod.
We're good. I need you to do the HM Defense there,
Yeah.
and then your guys' logo, and then 308.
Okay, perfect.
That's perfect. That literally is perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so we was talking about how fast and easy, but it's not easy, it's fast.
Right.
So please explain.
Well, when people see our prices, which our prices are pretty much across the board, throughout the United States. We try to keep everything, our engraving, like for NFA, are $55. And it doesn't take long. But on the other hand, Jonathan's got to stand in front of the computer and design all this stuff for a half hour. and the equipment's not cheap. So, you know.
Yes.
So when somebody comes in and they stand here and it took them 30 seconds just like that, they wanted that mark, and they said, well, dang, you're going to charge me $45 for that. You have to understand there was a lot of process before to get to
Well, you got building, lighting,
How long did you guys
insurance,
sit here and
employee.
type that out and get it centered and handling? So
Well, we was talking about education and everything with that, and yeah, it looked fast,
right.
but what goes in behind doing it. But you also got to realize, guys, that's going to last forever.
It's not going to rust.
Yeah.
It's not going to, you know, it's.
Yeah. Well, we're going to coat it because it is aluminum, and we do have to protect it because of the environment.
Yeah.
But once we get our clear coating on there, it's forever. So that was the whole point of building Weapon 49, is because it's my weapon, it's personalized to me, and for what I do with the YouTube and everything. That's why when I found these guys, I had to reach out to them and say, hey, can we work together? So I am getting charged, just so everybody knows. They don't just do free stuff, but if you want precision, you want quality, and you want it done right, this is the place to do it right here.
All right.
All right, sir, let me come back over.
Did they want to do this in all caps, or do we want to do it?
Just like how they do on the.
That's what I was trying to look at.
I think that they do a capital D. That's just my bottom line. Do the capital D. Yeah, that's perfect.
Look at the post office on the side.
Could you put .com on that?
Yeah. And you want to make this all one word, then do the .com?
Hyphen,
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So, again, what else is cool about this is, everything's live. So now there's our new setup. And scan.
Now realize, guys, what we're doing is basic, just letters.
Yeah.
It would take more time, more money for like intricate style stuff.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better, man.
Yeah, and then again, we can, take a look at those. Take a look at your box here and see exactly how it's going to look. And
Now you've already measured off the distance
Yeah,
between
so-
there and there, and then from there to their end.
so I'm
it's kind of
basing,
centered.
yeah, so I'm basing everything off. This is your center point of your
Okay.
So I'm basing your center off that. So everything should be centered. Now scaling wise, their AkinDefense.com is going to be a little bit bigger because there's more characters. So so it'll be a little bit overhang, but and we can scale that down.
Oh,
I
no.
kept scaling
As
the
long
same.
as I'm more worried about it from here to here,
Yeah, so it's-
not this way.
Yeah, so it's centered that way.
This is amazing, guys.
So you go ahead and hit.
Oh, I get to do the other?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, close.
I'll be running through. Yep, close and then or start.
Alright. This is $49.95 right here.
Yeah.
Start. It was that quick. And it's done.
Done.
And open. Appreciate you letting me run your machine.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
And it's free to take off.
Free to take off. Not hot or anything.
Well, I just got to make sure. Let me see if we can see the. There we go. HMDefense.com right there. And then you'll see the TIVANshow right below that one. I guess it does help to get a little closer. That is perfect. All right, so you got to go to the next one with your name.
So we'll center that up.
The wife. Okay. We'll keep that. That is amazing just how this machine works.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible now. So, in this rail it's going to be a little bit smaller, so we're actually going to scale down just a hair to make sure.
Yeah, because you have a whole word engraving.
Well,
Now, however you want your logo, you do what you need to do.
Sure, and all I meant is the width of this part of the handguard is just less, so we just have to scale it down to fit it. So
Okay.
I'm actually going to do this.
I never thought about it, since you had it already there, you could have just flipped it and did the other side
Oh, that's okay.
instead of having to redo it. Well, you've got it in memory, right?
Yeah, well, what's nice is as fast as this is, it takes, you know, not long to adapt to something like, you know, sizing being just a little bit down or, you know, something like that. So there's your skin, and then
you do it again? Okay, close.
Run home. So.
Now, I have a question before I hit start. Sure. If I put the camera right there, do you think it would catch it etching?
Yeah, it should.
All right, we're going to try that real quick, guys. We're going to take you off the quad here and see if we can't get it. All right, as you can see right there. And then I hit the green one.
Yep.
And that was it.
That was it.
And then open. And then right there. CNS Engraving.com. This actually looks better since I'm up here and got the camera off the bipod. Or you just want to flip it around and do yours again on the other side, since we were right there. Alright guys, we're now up to doing the flames. Let me polish it up a little bit here. Got fingerprints all over it. A slight etching of the flames. Oh, it's beautiful. And then he's got it on this side as well. There you go, there's a good reflection. All right, he's gonna do the other side now, guys. Okay, sir. Ready? Yes, sir, go for it. Sure, go for it. The permanent flames. So it's now safe to take off my glasses.
Take off the glasses.
All right, let me grab a rag real quick. Just wipe the fingerprints down. And then you can take some pictures. I'll take some pictures. Good to go.
I guess you're going to probably buff it a little bit too.
Oh, yeah. This will take everything off. Show them the flag, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. There's hmdefense.com, theTIVANshow, and then CNS Engraving, and then, oh, flip it over the other way. Right there. M3087.62 with the Merc flag. So, cream, sir. Honor.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys
Absolutely.
check these guys out. All their links will be down there in the description. Make sure you check their Instagram and mine at ACTIVAN, and we'll have up all of our pictures and everything. We'll give everybody a quick shout out again.
Yeah, quick shout out to Tywin here for coming up to CNS Engraving today and doing this weapon and giving us the opportunity to do
Yes,
that.
honor, sir.
Yeah,
Truly
it was
honor.
great. And like you said, follow our pages. If you follow our Facebook page, every game day for Ohio State, we give something away. One of
Okay.
our Ohio State products. So you like and share our page. We randomly pick someone's name. You have a chance to win. I think you saw our Ohio State road maps.
Yes.
Tap maps.
Real quick, I'll show it to them again.
Yeah. Here, I'll grab the. Yeah, so you have a chance to win
This is
something like
etched
that.
out. What kind of wood is this, by the way?
It's birch. Quarter-inch birch, and then here's our signature.
Okay,
This
close
is
up. Stay
Stadium,
right in there.
Ohio State Stadium, etched into a cutting board. So
My wife wants one of those. I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
she's a big Ohio State
pretty
fan.
cool. So
So, oh, give a shout out to all you guys at the police station.
yeah, shout out to Columbus Police out there, doing it, keeping everybody safe, and just pray for them every day to come home safely to their families.
So if you see somebody in uniform, police officer, don't be afraid. Walk up to them, sir.
Shake their hand.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. All right, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, retweet. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. It's all down there in the description below. Y'all be cool, be safe, and have a great day. See ya.
See you.
Bye.